This is a story of how a community comes together in the face of loss and the extra push needed to face each day.
Julie was 21 years old. She was living her life in Gainesville and coming home to Flagler Beach when she could, but she suffered depression for years. And sometimes it was better and sometimes it was worse. Sometimes she was taking medication and sometimes she wasn't. She just got to a point which we were not aware that she was even inching toward it, but she just got to a point where she realized she couldn't fight this battle anymore.
Julie ended her life on December 15th of last year.
She graduated on the dean's list. She
Got a full ride scholarship.
Beautiful kid.
Beautiful, gorgeous, yeah.
But it has nothing to do with one's state of mind. It's an illness.
A letter left for the family further explained her battle with depression, her desire for peace, and the regret of knowing the pain now felt by her family and friends. Since that day, Carol and Jeff Fisher, owners of the BeachHouse Beanery in Flagler Beach, have been rebuilding their lives, forced to live in a reality they never imagined.
After a point, you just feel like you have to say, this is part of who we are now.
And it's something that isn't as unusual as you might think it is.
Yeah.
With tragedy, either with somebody very close to one of our friends or just an acquaintance, everybody seems to have a story.
And sadly, all too many people do have a story. According to a study by the National Institute of Mental Health, suicide was attributed to 34,598 deaths in 2007 in the U.S., with an estimated 11 suicide attempts per every death. For the Fisher family, there were memorials in Ohio and Arizona, the places they grew up, and where Julie spent a good part of her life. By then, they were too tired mentally and physically to plan a memorial in Flagler Beach.
But after we did the two in Arizona and Ohio, we were
Exhausted.
we were exhausted, we were wiped out, we were emotionally raw, and we couldn't do something again.
And they couldn't, but Christine Spino, a friend and frequent visitor to the coffee shop, could. The small gesture she planned, adopting a turtle nest on the beach, turned into an outpouring of support from the community.
I knew that Julie loved the ocean and animals, and the Fishers had asked for donations to the Humane Society, so I knew that was something that would probably fit in.
The adoption culminated with the turtle nest evaluation, a member of the Turtle Patrol counting the eggshells left behind and making sure the nest had been emptied, all with the expectation of just 8 or 9 people showing up. They were overwhelmed as many, many more came to show their support.
It was weird because I was standing on the walkway as you go down from the street down to the stairs, and people were coming by and they're hugging me and everyone's crying, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like being in some sort of receiving line, which is not at all what we had intended, for it to be like. It turned out to be really, really beautiful and
therapeutic.
During that time, remembering Julie, comforting Carol and Jeff, and 2 unexpected surprises. What was intended to be a time of reflection slowly evolved into ushering 2 small lives into the sea.
You can read what you want into it.
Yeah. We chose to read something into it.
Yeah.
And what doesn't take reading between the lines is the monumental support offered by the community. For the Fishers, these friends give them energy to push forward every day, from baskets of notes and well wishes to maintaining the coffee shop in their absence. The community has been helping the Fishers, in a way, to dig out of the hole that was left after losing their child.
It's quite a community, and people need to give it a lot of credit. We've lived in lots of places that have great community, and this area certainly has. And we feel that we've made a difference in other people's lives, and they have paid it back to us tremendously, because we could not have existed in this town without that sense of community.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have.
They say after every storm, you look for the silver lining or something. And this outpouring of love and community support that we've gotten here is the silver lining to Julie's death.
During tough times, and we support each other, and I think this is a perfect example of that, without a doubt.
Jared Malden, Punkest Observer. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention provides resources for those affected by suicide. Their website is afsp.org.